Hello everyone. Since I mentioned a lot of times the use of AI or machine learning in engineering problems, so somebody asked me if I can make a short video on how I can use or how someone can use ChatGPT or large language models for training and testing their data and get some predictions out of it. So in today's video, I have come up with one of the short videos, and if I see there is a response and liking to these kind of videos, then I will make more in more detail in future. So I have asked firstly the ChatGPT. Again, this is ChatGPT 4. I have a free version. I have no paid version. I'm a poor academic, so I can't buy that or afford that. So what I have done is I have asked if I upload an Excel or CSV file, because generally the inspection data or any data you get could be in these kind of formats. In this case, I'm going to solve a microbiologically induced corrosion problem where we get the inspection data from somewhere, for example, from a company, and they basically measure the operating conditions and also the pitting depth, which is the corrosion depth in the pipeline or in steel structures. So that will be in terms of Excel or CSV file. And I said that if I ask you to predict one of the variables based on the data in the file, can you do that? And it says, yes, I can help you with that. You can upload the file and I can analyze the data to predict one of the variables based on the information provided. If you would like, I can use a statistical technique, machine learning models, simple data analysis, depending on the complexity and size of the data. So it can also give you a choice. If I give you a background of this project, I already have a video on this project on my channel. This was done by one of my MSc students. We got the inspection data where they had the pitting depth as a function of the location, concentration of sulfates or sulfur reducing bacteria, and also the time of exposure. And they wanted to predict the pitting depth as a function of time, after a certain time, what will be the pitting depth to really find out if it's going to reach to the critical value or not. So we spent 3 months training different models like support vector machines, random forest model. Also, we tried KNN, etc. So we tried many different techniques and we come up with the best possible approach in that case. And it took us 3 months. Now let's see if I can do it in a few minutes here or not. So first thing I will do, I will try to upload the file. So let me bring the file first. So as you can see, this is the file. It's for the inspection, one of the files from the inspection data, which is so as you can see, this is the file, which is a function of the location, surface reducing bacteria concentrations, time, and also the pitting depth. Now let me first upload the file. As you can see, I am uploading the CSV file. This is one of the inspection file. I'm not uploading the whole data. It will take a long time and I don't have the paid version as well. So I'm going with the minimal data right now. And I am giving the information about the file, that this file contains database, or I could say contains pitting depth data as a function of XF. Yes, XF and LF, which signifies the location roughly. Also CS04, which is a surface reducing bacteria concentration. Okay. And then I'm just trying to simplify the statements. Time of exposure as well. And final column, the data is pitting depth. I have tried it without explaining the data labels as well. Since there is a data label on the top, it can automatically identify and tell you that as well. But I try to save some of the tokens by giving this information so that I can do more. Otherwise, it will give me an error that your time is finished and now you have to come back tomorrow or something. So can you get trained on this data and then ask me for the input like this? Sorry, I'm typing really fast because I'm short of time. But I'm trying to ask that, okay, can you use the data, get trained, and then ask for these inputs and then predict or estimate the pitting depth as an output. So it says I will start the loading and analyzing the data. I will train the model predicting this using this data. Let's proceed the following step. Load and inspect the data, pre-process the data, handle missing values, normalization. You see, you have to do all this manually in Python, but it's doing this automatically. Train a predictive model and then provide a way to input values for this. So now it has given us that it has this many records. These are the data lines, columns, and these are the ranges for each data column in this case. And now it will proceed with the training the model. So it is training. I hope it doesn't finish all the tokens for today before this ends. So the trained model has been evaluated and it gives the mean absolute error and also root mean squared error. They are very small. So it's reasonably good predictive accuracy for predicting depth. Now it is asking me to give some values. So let me go to the file again or some other file and get some values. So let's select some random values from this data file. Let's go somewhere then. Let's say we go with this value and we'll see if it can predict the predicting depth in the last column. So I will copy the whole thing, which is the first 4 columns. And let's go back to this, copy paste it here, and also tell what variable. If you don't do it, it's fine. It can identify that what is first, what is second, what is third and fourth column. But for the clarity, I'm giving the variable names as well so that there is no confusion. And then this last one is time. And let's see if it can predict the predicting depth. So it is now analyzing. And the predicting depth for the given inputs of these, which we copy paste from there, is 0.000653. Let's see what's in the file. And you can see it's very close to what is there in the actual inspection data. So it's a pretty reasonable prediction. 0.00669 here, which is 0.0067. It is giving 0.00653. Now one can argue that this is the scene data, maybe if it's from the same file, so it can predict accurately. So what about unseen data? I have already tested it and it works really reasonably well for those as well. But let me find another inspection file and see if it can predict for an unseen data. And it can be out of range as well for one of the values or two of the values. Now I have opened another file and you can see the values are much outside the range of XF, because XF here is 80,000, while in the actual data it was up to 60,000 as was shown there. So let me give these new values which are out of the range, and it's an unseen data for the thing. I hope my tokens are not finished, otherwise I will have to make another video later on with unseen data as well, unless you don't like it. So please like the video at this moment and also subscribe to my channel. If I see more likes and more views, then obviously I will make more videos in this area. So now I have all these things before unseen data and it should give me some results. So it is analyzing, fingers crossed. And my tokens are finished for today. So it says you have reached your data analysis limit. So you should come back tomorrow after 5:44 p.m. So I'm so sorry, but I have already tested it and it works fine for this kind of data. Because this data is not really crazy, or some data are difficult to handle, but still you can see in few minutes without writing any Python script, I just used the ChatGPT 4.0 and I was able to train and get predictions for the predicting depth. I hope you like the video, and if you want more of these kind of videos, then comment below. If you have any specific things which you want to ask, again comment below and ask me. I will see you in the next more interesting video. Bye for now.